Radio Day.
Hey guys, it's Tony from Tony's Terrible Trash Sample. Come on down, cause my trash is your treasure. 1500 Akron Road in Springfield. Deal's so good you think it stole them. Mention this ad and get 30% off your next trash purchase of $100 or more. All sales are final, so you raindrops better not try to return stuff. See you soon.
And welcome back to your long ride home. I'm your host, Michael Long. Over there is Corey Hennessy. Yeah, that's right, ladies. He's available to drink. And then we still got the angry black guy in the room, sitting there typing on his phone all angrily.
There's someone else that types very angrily in class.
Jed.
They were on yesterday. Yes. Way to spoil it.
Well, you know, whatever. So we're back. You know what Trump should do while he's got all this downtime? He should start an OnlyFans page. Presidential OnlyFans.
Yeah, what do you think?
Watch my OnlyFans. You can see my Cheeto and Melania's soup. I was going to say taco, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, because that's Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, they don't refer to Mexico.
No, it's a bunch of thugs there. You got an OnlyFans?
Nah, but if this job economy is like this, I will have one soon.
Look at that.
Got to make it somehow.
Got to.
Don't be
stroking for free. Put it on camera.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Get them dollars.
$1 bill, y'all.
Just don't be angry while you're doing it.
You got to be angry. You got to fill the.
Oh yeah,
that's my kick. I got to with the angry face in every video and picture. Oh.
Corey just looked like he was constipated, not angry.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been angry in my life.
What's going on with that one? We had someone on the show yesterday or 2 days ago that has an OnlyFans page. I know. I got to keep going over here.
We got to have a shortcut over here or something.
We do. Something's got to be going on.
You said you knew somebody with an OnlyFans?
Yeah, she had an OnlyFans page and she plugged it on the show.
Yeah. I wonder if we get any revenue for that.
I don't know. We should.
Any subscribers?
She plugged it on our show. I think we should get a cut.
She probably plugged it on her OnlyFans too.
Wait, yeah.
Are we supposed to do research before we plug it again? Before you guys plug it again?
Oh, you want to know what her OnlyFans is?
I don't now. We on the air because now I seem like a creep. That's the thing about OnlyFans.
I subscribe. It's okay.
I don't know if.
Hey, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
you'll like it.
Yeah, sure.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. But that's a weird conundrum about OnlyFans. They advertise it, but you're not supposed to ask about it because then you just come off like a weirdo.
That is true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ask everyone I meet. I'm like, hey, you got an OnlyFans page? I even do the wink and the click.
Yes, every guest.
Yeah, everyone we have in here. I'm like, hey, you got an OnlyFans page? Because I'm only interested in interviewing people that have OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's part of the requirements when you put an application in.
If you want to be on the show, you got to have an OnlyFans.
Yeah, you owe us like 5,000 points now.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty bad, but
it does.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like I want my guests to be comfortable, and there's nothing more comfortable than knowing that the person that interviews you has seen you naked. Mm-hmm. I mean, it takes away a lot of the awkwardness.
Yeah.
I mean, Corey, that's how Corey got the job. He just took off all his clothes. I'm like, oh my God, if you never do that again.
I started on premium Snapchat.
Tell Corey if he never takes his clothes off again, even the shower, then I'll let him be my co-host.
Yeah. I get a lot of random requests for like premium Snapchats, like just people. I'm like, ooh, I'm single, whatever. I'm like, oh, someone might have found me on like one of my many pretty sad, Tinder, all that stuff. I'm like, oh, someone added me because I've had that happen before, but it's usually.
Are you on Tinder?
Yeah.
Are you?
But I don't really.
He's on Chicken Tinder.
Chicken Tinder.
We are many voices united.
There's no words on it. He loves the train people. He gets off on it. He's committed to Satan.
Fight it, and we'll do it live.
sick of putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. If you're a new listener, just type in Pentagon tested gay bomb on Iraq. They didn't consider using it. They've used it on our troops.
And welcome to your long ride home. I'm your host, Michael Long. Over there across from me is the Judah of radio. I don't know. He is the Messiah of making radio, Mr. Corey Hennessy, the one and only. We are coming to you live from Akron, Ohio, the Rubber City, in the beautiful WMVU studios, part of the Radio Free Entertainment Network. Bing. We got a good show for you today. We're going to talk all types of fun, interesting, exciting stuff. We're going to piss some people off, I'm sure. It's the goal.
It's always been our goal.
We did a good job of it yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
We got a new Dave.
Yeah.
I like how you said, yeah, I did, because you just sat there.
I did. Because I was just, staying here, minding my own business. I don't know what's going on.
You don't like confrontation.
No, I don't.
When
did you figure that out?
I, on the other hand, am like, screw you, King Vagina. I'm going to say how I feel.
When did you find out I'm not really big on confrontation?
I don't know.
You should have found this out months ago.
Just found out yesterday.
Oh,
Never knew.
Never knew.
Never paid enough attention to know.
Yeah.
You just do like the hand masturbation sign to me. Like,
no, I was doing this. I was doing that.
Okay.
Like that. You know?
So, man, we got some feedback from yesterday's show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did that have to be? What happened?
King Vagina. He felt like he gave us some publicity by being mentioned on our show because he has 1,000 and some followers. But all bought and paid for, because when you pay for you could tell someone who pays for followers because they have like 1,000 followers, but all their posts have like 2 likes on them. And it's like, what's the point of having followers if no one's paying attention to what you're doing? Like his video from like last month had 90 views on it from like a month ago, but he wants to talk about how many followers we have. Yeah, at least our followers pay attention to what we're doing, unlike the ones that you bought and paid for that are paying no attention to what you're doing and could care less, just like the 5 people that show up to protest with you. I mean, they don't even have enough people showing up to protest with them to play a game of 3-on-3. They're like, oh my God, man, what are we going to do? We got a half court, but we don't have enough people. What are we going to do? No mask. Yeah. It's like, man, I don't even need a megaphone for this thing. Like, just talk just raise your voice a few octaves. And everyone that's here for the protest will understand what you're saying. Don't need a megaphone, sir. There ain't enough people. You can walk to each person and say what you have to say. That's how small this crowd is. Like, me, you here to protest with us? No, I'm just walking to my car. Can you get away with me without no mask on?
Yeah.
Mask. I bet that he probably raw dogs prostitutes too. No one's going to tell me I need a condom while I'm screwing this toothless hooker. My body, my choice. Hey, don't you dare get an abortion. That ain't your right. Yeah, so. But yeah, it was fun. He tried to be all witty and funny and saying the same things over and over again, hoping that eventually someone will laugh at it. He's like, oh, it's got to be a long ride for you guys. What the hell does that even mean? What does that even mean? And he said it enough times that I don't think he even knows. Oh, Christopher Cummins said, you guys suck. Thank you so much, Christopher. But guess what? You're listening to us, not the other way around there, buddy. If my last name was Cummins and spelled like that, I probably wouldn't talk too much about guys and sucking. Because you wound up on a few people's faces over the time. So, yeah, We suck, Corey, just so you know.
Well, I kind of knew that already.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about that. We really got to
Stop sucking.
Yeah, we gotta pick up our content.
What do we got to start doing? I mean, if we stop sucking, what do we start doing? Licking? Maybe rubbing our lips on it?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm sure that this may be, it looks like a fake profile. It's probably another one of King Vagina's fake profiles. So that's like, you guys suck. Ooh, I hit him hard. He's probably high-fiving all his buddies. Like, yeah, I really got him with that one, guys. I'm so original. Ugh, what are they going to do? They'll probably quit now. Stop doing this show because I said they suck. Yeah. He's excited. Let the hate flow through your body. Nah. You know what? Hey, we're a nationally recognized show. Who else can get Pat Robertson on their show when they want him? Whenever we want.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Pat. Yeah, yes, because we don't pay for followers, Christopher. That's why our videos have views, unlike King Vagina, who paid to get a bunch of followers, but no one pays attention to him. That's why his videos from 3 months ago has 90 viewers when ours have many more than that. Yeah, so... I mean, yeah. So the follower thing, someone already tried to get us with the follower thing for like what, 4 months ago, 5 months ago.
No, don't.
You're
say
late on that
ago.
boat.
Yeah.
You're late on that boat, Chris.
You know, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, Rome
wasn't built in a day.
Well, the fact that we don't pay for followers, we're not one of those people like, oh, we're gonna look good by paying for followers that will never watch anything we do.
Sub for sub.
Yeah, we got followers and likes that actually watch us and actually interact with us and actually, you know, all that. So,
you know, the last time someone hit us with a sub for sub, I was like, cool, that's a good idea.
Subway or Mr. Zubs, like, where are we going?
Oh, yeah. Like, you buy me a cold cut.
Right.
I'll buy you a steak. That's
sounds like
a great.
If someone offered you a sub for sub, what kind of sub are you getting?
Oh, the most expensive. I don't care if I'm even gonna like it. It's just like when you get the free, like, you know, you buy 5 get 1 free or whatever. When they punch your stamp, they stamp your card.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get the most expensive thing. That's what when I worked at a coffee shop. This old guy who had no business getting the most expensive drink. It was like a frappe, and he used to get it. He would get his dollar drinks every day and get stamped. And by like the weekend, he'd come in and be like, "Yeah, I want that caramel crunch swirl.
I want the mocha loca chaka laka."
I'm like, dude, like, you're 80 years old. Are you gonna make it to the restroom? Because I can't do it. At that point, I had my gallbladder taken out. That's why I can never make it to the restroom. But,
right. That's why we just put a bedpan underneath your chair here.
Mm-hmm.
Just let you go.
Got a little latch. So if you see me go like this, not playing with myself. I'm just opening the latch.
Oh Lord. See, that's how I'd be like if I had like one of those stamp cards from Subway. They'd be like, "What would you want?" I'm like, "I want a caviar sub, with golden truffles over top of it, please."
Yeah, because no one wants to get the cheap stuff. Like, unless you're like a super, I need my favorite thing. Like, you get the same thing all the time, but people just wait. I'm like, I get it, dude. Take advantage because they got a lot of money out of you for that free sub. You definitely paid for it, or that free drink, or that free whatever.
Yeah.
And think about it, like, you go to Sub or Speedway. It's like your 7th one's free. It's like, cool, but I just gave you $20 for the other ones. So my
is it really free?
Yeah. And it's really better than giving them another $5 or $2 or $3. I don't know. I don't really do gas station coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't drink coffee, period.
I love coffee, but I don't do gas station coffee.
I'm not a coffee guy. I'm a hot chocolate guy.
Yeah.
Look, I don't have Gatorade today.
I know you were. That's how pissed off you are.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not even gonna do the Gatorade. I need a little bit of caffeine to fuel my anger.
Right. I still am drinking a Monster though since being in the hospital.
I'm proud of you.
Not drink a Monster.
I was not going to get one today. I wasn't going to get any kind of energy drink. I woke up and I drank my Faygo from yesterday. I went into my car and I'm like, "Ooh, some caffeine." And I'm like, "This isn't cutting it." So on the way in,
was it warm or is it cold? It's kind of chilly outside.
It's in the 30s. It was in the 30s all night.
Oh yeah, so
maybe lower. So it was cold. So I was like, "This is good, whatever." And I'm like, I got to go deal with Michael. So I need some caffeine because I know he's on one today.
Something strong.
He is
I am.
on
Look,
one today.
Look. So the king vagina thing really didn't piss me off because I'm just like, that's funny, that's hilarious. And then like he's such a pussy that he kept deleting my comments off his post where he tried to call us out and tagged us, and he kept deleting my comments off his post because I was telling the truth and he didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that I brought up that he had like 2 likes per post that he's ever made. It's like the most likes he's had on a post with all his followers because he tries to bring up numbers, which, I mean, come on. The numbers thing is so freaking old. People have been trying that for months with us. And you know what? I'd rather have a small following that actually interacts and pays attention to us than 1,000 people that'll never look at your page again. They simply clicked on the like because you paid Facebook $100 to get them. So
nice.
So I'm not. I found it more funny than anything, and then he used the same corny jokes.
Yeah,
it's about to be a long ride. Like, what the hell does that even mean?
It is what it is. Look, no one ever said. No one ever said that we were. When we make it or whatever, that it was going to be an easy ride. It was going to be a long ride. And we're going to get some haters. Yeah. All right. And you're getting haters because I'm not, obviously, because I'm not the protagonist. I'm just over here. So there's a mob of people that kill us.
Well, we're a long ride, and the going to his mother's room is a long line. So maybe he just confused the two.
Yeah.
Well. Tickets here. Come meet the Queen Mother Vagina.
But yeah, we're gonna have people that. What's terms of endearment. Hey, saying we suck. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Because once again, you're paying attention to us.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
Hey, I'll suck all day long. It's fine.
Yeah, I've heard. I have heard.
If I could get paid for it, if King Vagina's mom didn't already have the market on lockdown for that, are you rolling your eyes at me like, oh, he's really going there?
Yeah.
At least I didn't tell him to kill himself yet.
Yeah.
Give it time, though. But hey, we're doing pretty good. We're at a nice studio here in Akron. We get to come in here
and have fun and
have fun and do something we enjoy doing.
You know what I enjoy doing?
What do you enjoy?
I enjoy finding out what my last night's NFL predictions are.
Oh, we're going to get to that. Don't try to rush me.
Oh, I am.
Don't try to rush me.
I
know you went off this topic because you hate stuff like this.
Yeah. Well,
but I live for it.
I know you do.
I live for it.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm happy. Whatever. So, we'll get to it. Someone said Michael is good at that stuff. Antagonizing folks. It's an impressive trait he has. That is very true. I am great at antagonizing people and getting them all worked up. Like the one lady, I'm triggered. That's still my finest moment.
Yeah.
I am triggered. I don't know why they all sound like the rat from what's that movie called? Oh,
Ratatouille?
With the pig. Not Babe.
Charlotte's Web?
Yeah. I'm triggered. How dare you? That's actually, the guy was gay that did that voice. He used to be on Hollywood Squares all the time.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
Sure, we did.
One of my favorite moments from that show, though, with him on it, they're like, what is a horrible thing to waste on a child? And he was like, a spanking. I'm like, that is just great. And you couldn't even say stuff like that in the 70s, but he got away with it.
Yeah.
Like 60s, 70s, whenever that was. Yeah. This is the olden days. All right, let's do Corey's NFL Sunday results.
Well, we did Sundays already.
Or Mondays results.
And I know I'm already 0 for 1 at least. I didn't pay attention to the other one.
The Steelers lost, which you had, and you had the 49ers who also lost.
Okay, so
you did no favors for yourself.
No.
Yes.
So wait, the Steelers lost? The Steelers lost to the football team.
Yeah, who else would they lose to? They're playing football.
No, the football team.
Well, of course they didn't lose to the MLB team, the baseball team. Yeah, they lost to the football team, the Redskins.
Yeah, the Redskins.
Yeah, that's who they lost to.
Yeah.
The
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Of course, because
how embarrassing to get your first loss by a team that don't even have a name.
Yeah. I know everyone's like, ha 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 ha, but they're actually pretty. Someone said that they're like the worst undefeated team in NFL history. And I'm like, it's pretty cool that they got this far though, because I think the Patriots.
Are you a Steelers fan?
Oh no,
No, you hate Steelers.
I hate the Steelers, but I can appreciate how their dominance right now. I don't appreciate it. I don't mean to say appreciate it. I can recognize their dominance and how good Mike Tomlin is.
Okay, so
coaching.
You hate the Steelers.
Yes, I hate the Steelers.
Would you rather have the Steelers win every game for the next 5 seasons, including the Super Bowl, or have Hitler return and rise to power in Germany?
That's not fair.
Hey, life isn't fair, Corey. You got to make choices.
The obvious choice. It's an obvious choice. All right.
For most people, but for you, is it?
We can't be having Hitler coming back. We already have
But the Steelers winning every game plus the Super Bowl for 5 years.
But at that point, it's like,
and the Browns don't win any games for those 5 years.
Well, we already had a season like that, and we're already. I didn't live through the Holocaust, so I don't want to have to ever live through that again. We're getting close, apparently.
We won't be living in Germany, so technically you won't be.
Yeah, but then America will get sucked into that garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Pearl Harbor. We got attacked. Whatever it was. I was trying to do the math yesterday. Couldn't do it. We got attacked 79 years ago, something like that.
There's something like that.
World War II started. World War II. Or shouldn't say started because I think there was already stuff going on. But it brought us into World War.
It made it a real world war.
Yeah, we'll have the Steelers. We'll let Mike Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger have a couple more rings. That's fine.
Okay.
Because after that 5 years, the Browns will probably be a playoff team.
Or LeBron and never able to play again.
Dude, we got to get off this.
Oh no, you got to answer
stuff.
the question.
You got to get off this Hitler stuff.
I'm just trying to find out if anything is worse than Hitler.
Listen, if something crazy happened to LeBron right now, then you know what? He's had a storied career. He's left his legacy. I don't want to see Hitler return. Zombie form, not zombie form.
What made me think about this is there's actually a comic book out there called Vampires versus Nazis. And it's like, that's really the only time you got to cheer the vampires, man. Like, I don't know. Is there anyone you could put up against the Nazis where they're like, I kind of rooting for the Nazis? Like, is there any? Well, obviously nowadays you have a lot of Nazi rooters. Yeah. Well, now, they root for Nazis by standing in front of city council members' houses with 3 other people to protest. That's how you can tell a Nazi these days. But, yeah, back then, I mean, who really could you put against the Nazis and have the Nazis people be like, maybe the Nazis should win this one?
ISIS. That'd be close.
God, that'd be close.
That would be a close. I wouldn't know what jersey to wear. I don't know.
I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, that's like Michigan too.
Crazy.
Like ISIS and Michigan. Like that's about the only time I'd root for Michigan is if they played ISIS.
Yeah. And then, even then, it'd be like,
I'm not even supposed to say their name. Sorry, that team up north.
Oh, yeah.
TTUN.
Well, if you're lucky, it'd be like the Ohio State game and just get canceled.
Just like my holidays.
Yeah. Why did the game get canceled between Ohio State and Michigan?
I was hoping you had the answer to that.
I thought you had it.
No, I thought you had it.
No, I thought you had it. You're the sports guy.
COVID.
Hey, I want to do a segment on sports every day.
I do. But you vetoed it. You're like, no, people don't care about sports. What you said.
This is exactly not
COVID. I'm
death in the family. And but it's a COVID death, so you're half right now.
Yeah.
Ohio State versus Michigan is officially off after the Wolverines announced their COVID situation is so bad they can't even field a team to play this weekend. So Michigan State,
they might as well just take the L. They might as well just pull some people off the streets,
right?
Because they're not beating.
It's
Ohio
like
State.
Denver. It's like Denver where they didn't have a quarterback, so they're just like, "Hey, you guy that one time played quarterback in high school,
just hit up Bobby Boucher, man.
Yeah,
hit up Bobby Boucher. Hit up Al Bundy, right? Al Bundy.
Yeah,
he's got a history in football.
Yes.
You could probably come up with a team now. Are they college players? Probably not. collegiate players, why don't you just throw them into one term? You could figure something out. That was supposed to happen this Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe everyone will be fine by then because COVID will disappear.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what COVID really is. Okay. COVID is simply a distraction. And I'm going to tell you people out there right now listening on WMBU or watching on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or any other one of our amazing platforms. Don't let COVID distract you. Do not let it distract you from the fact that in 1966, Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in a single game while playing the Polk High School Panthers in the 1966 City Championship game versus Andrew Johnson High School, including the game-winning touchdown in the final seconds against his old nemesis, Bubba Spare Tire Dixon. Don't let COVID distract you from that fact, folks.
And that's why they need to somehow recruit him.
Yeah.
Pick the longest yard. What was it? Burt Reynolds. Wasn't Burt Reynolds in that? We were talking about that yesterday. Longest yard.
Yeah.
Because he was in the first one.
He was in the original, yeah.
And that's why it was kind of
maybe
like
the great Khali can come.
Oh.
He was in it.
No.
Michigan says that we have not been cleared to participate in practice at this time. Unfortunately, we will not be able to field a team due to COVID-19 positives and the associated quarantining required of close contacted individuals. So I'm assuming
it's an excuse. They really just don't want to play Ohio State. They don't want none of these Buckeyes.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Don't with the Bucks.
So I'm assuming that Michigan is not doing virtual learning.
Maybe
I'm assuming they're in class if they're having that many problems with cases.
I don't know.
I mean, if they're playing football, they got to be in class because you got to think so many people from out of state. So if they're virtual, a lot of people aren't going to be in Michigan anyways. So I'm assuming that they are not all virtual. I mean, they probably got options to be virtual.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It just sucks because with this whole school in general, like school with virtual learning, people are falling behind. All right.
But that's parents' fault.
Yes and no.
That's parents' fault.
Yes and no. Parents probably should pay a lot more attention to their kids. But I think that teachers really there's a lot of teachers that just don't know how to teach. It's new to them. It shouldn't be. I mean, we've had online school for a long time, but let's be real. Most of the online schooling has all been, I mean, you remember be on air. It was all videos and multiple choice and writing in essays, and it was easy. Like you teachers got to get in front of a webcam, and I'm making excuses for them.
Well, I'll tell you
but
what
I think
that
really has a lot to do with it.
Mom needs to turn out the young and the restless, and she needs to get in there and teach little Johnny what to do.
And they're not. I don't think they're teaching to their full curriculum.
No.
I mean, and these kids need to be in school now. They need to, and so we can't say, you know what, cancel school like we did in March. Everyone said go home. There was some online schooling, but they weren't prepared for it.
Right.
But you can't have that with children. They're molding them. You know, we're molding their brains, molding their individuality, molding their personalities, and you just can't get that through a webcam.
That makes sense, I guess.
And then we should probably have something that says, and I'm not shaming, any sex workers, but like get used to get your webcam time over with now so you can get a job.
Yeah.
Well, actually, mind you, webcam girls make more money.
Oh, they make
than anything else.
But, a lot of money.
Well, get it done and over with now. You got to worry about being in front of a camera later.
Hey,
if you don't want to, Oh,
I said it.
Yeah, you snuck it in there.
Yeah. Anyways, it says the situation is especially bad for Ohio State, which is still in the college football playoff hunt.
Mm-hmm.
They need to schedule another opponent ASAP and hopefully against a top opponent if they want to qualify for the postseason. The NCAA says teams have to have at least 6 wins to be bowl eligible, and OSU is currently 5-0. One potential match could be Texas A&M, since their game against Ole Miss was scrapped because Ole Miss couldn't field a team. Texas A&M is right now 7-1 and ranked number 5 in the country. Ohio State has won 8 in a row against Michigan, with Michigan's head coach, Jim Harbaugh, 0-5 against his rivals. Yeah,
I don't understand now how they decide. I've never understood it. How at a college level, how they determine seeds and rankings. It's like wins don't necessarily matter. Like obviously it's good to win, but like if it's a close game, you're not going to be ranked as high as somebody that had a dominant game. You win by 1 touchdown, and the team over there faced somebody quote unquote harder, and you won by 30 points or whatever. You're gonna be ranked higher than the team that barely scraped by, and I don't understand that.
You're speaking Chinese to me right now.
Yeah, well, that's why it's
about sports.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about sports.
Nothing about sports.
So you don't understand anything I'm saying?
No.
Normally, wins and losses matter in professional sports.
Yeah, I get that.
But in football,
in
college football, it's different.
They matter in real sports like wrestling.
Yeah,
I don't know about fake sports like UFC.
The power
and
rankings.
Stuff.
The power rankings.
Yeah, power bottom rankings.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I've never understood it. It's just weird. It's just weird because I don't think any other sports. And then, with the Steelers losing yesterday, talking about football, Steelers lost yesterday or 2 days ago. Oh, it was last night. I'm tripping. Last night. That kind of pushes them a little bit further down that thing and makes everyone closer. So,
I don't know.
Hopefully the Browns make the playoffs this year is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Wouldn't you like to see that? I know you could care less. I know.
They made the playoffs in Madden. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
My Madden game, we're going to the Super Bowl next week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all that matters to me. I don't care about nothing else.
That's all you care about is...
That's all I care about is my Madden.
John Madden, NFL football.
Yeah.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Don't do that.
Why?
Okay, so the first person to take the vaccine was? The first person to get the COVID vaccine.
Barack Obama.
This was over in Europe because they already have in England.
Yeah, well, they got approved before us.
Yeah, they already have the vaccine and they're starting to give it. The first person to get the vaccine shot in the entire world is, can I get a drum roll, please? William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is an 81-year-old man. Yes, that's really his name. And he got a shot of the newly approved coronavirus vaccine on Tuesday. He got the Pfizer one at the University Hospital of Coventry.
Pfizer?
Yeah, Pfizer. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Which happens
Michelle
to be,
Pfeiffer.
Yeah. Which happens to be about 20 miles, the birthplace, about 20 miles from the birthplace of the OG Shakespeare.
I wonder if they're related. They've got to be. They've got to be like super distant relations.
Yeah. Well, he's actually the first man to get it.
Oh.
He's not the first person to get it, as that distinct honor went to 90-year-old Margaret Keenan. Yeah, so. She received a round of applause Tuesday morning from nurses and medical staff as she returned after receiving the shot.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
It's bad enough they were like not triggered. They were the old people they were, I can't think of the word, targeted by Corona because they're old.
Yeah.
And now we're like, well, why don't we just shoot up all the
thugs.
old people with the Pfizer vaccine and see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Because then for the first, if something happens, they turn into zombies. They're going to be the slowest zombies.
Very true.
They're going to be really slow.
Very true.
Have you ever seen an old zombie run faster than 3 miles an hour?
No.
You got to get him a walker. And
Have you
a cane.
a dead walker or Walker Dead? Ooh, what if Walking Dead and Walker Texas Ranger had a crossover?
That would be sweet.
Walker, the
Could you imagine
Walking
Chuck?
Dead.
Could you imagine Chuck Norris as a zombie?
Oh my God, that'd be the
He'd be
deadliest
unstoppable.
zombie ever.
Yeah, it'd be unstoppable.
You could cut his head off and he'd just grab it and be like, "What's that supposed to do?"
Yeah,
put it right back on. Like, oh, that was supposed to kill me. I'm Chuck MF Norris. Ain't no pussy over here, man. We can say that word as long as we don't use it to describe a woman's
genitalia.
I'm reading up on FCC rules last night.
Oh, that's good. You were like ready for today. You're
Yeah,
like, I want to make sure I
want to know exactly
I can push
what
every
I can say.
envelope.
I want to know exactly what I can say. Like, I can call him King Vagina because that was his given name at birth. I wonder if I name my kid the F word, could I legally say his name on the radio?
I don't know.
Because that's his legal name.
We'll have to worry about that though, because
I don't know. What if I decide to go splooge in a cup and
donate it
to
the sperm bank?
Yeah, and then kidnap my child after it's born. Could happen.
It could. It's potentially something that could happen. You are exactly right.
I'll just grab 2 of my best friends and go protest.
It's not a bad idea. Protest what? That you want your baby?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I want to announce it.
All right.
Right here. It's official right now. I am the official King of Akron.
Oh.
Yeah.
All hail the king.
Thank you. I took a poll. I took I've taken many polls in my life. But I took a questionnaire poll of my closest friends and family. If you notice, you did not get one in your email. Asking if I am the King of Akron, and they all humbly agreed after handing them $10 bills that I am the King of Akron. So now you can call me King Michael. And I will only answer to King Michael from now on. So, yeah. You know what annoys me more than anything? Are people at the grocery store, Walmart, or something like that. They shop. They use a cart to shop. And then after they empty the cart into their car, they just let it float away.
Mm-hmm.
When there are designated areas for these carts, and they don't put them where they're supposed to be.
No one wants to push the carts back.
No, they don't. It's quite upsetting. But that really annoys me. I don't know. That annoys me.
That's why all the
when I see people do that, I'm just like, why? Why would you be a dick like that?
Everyone, they need to up the ante. You know, Aldi, you have quarters. You need to put like $100 bills. Put $100 bills into that cart. You best believe you're going to put the cart back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have very many people shopping, but
right. Well, not with carts, at least.
No.
Did you ever go to Jogga Lake when you were a kid?
Yes.
So do you remember? And I forgot all about this. I was actually reading on this today. There's actually a whole a page dedicated to it. But there's a ride called the Rotor Rooter or something like that, where
I know that's a company. Rotor Rooter is a company.
Or maybe it's just called the Rotor.
Maybe.
But it's the one that spins really fast and you stick to the wall.
Yeah.
Like
I never had that one before.
The floor drops out.
Yeah, I've never been on that. And I always wanted to. I was too tiny the one time I went. I know, I think Cedar Point might have something similar to that.
I don't think they do now, but I think they used
at one point. And I was too small. They wouldn't let me on.
The IX Indoor Amusement Park used to have something like that.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. F's in the chat.
F's in the chat.
Let me put an F in the chat.
Yeah. I found it officially what it's from, and it's from like a Call of Duty thing.
Oh,
you go to like your.
I just commented that on all the posts. F in the chat.
Yeah,
I commented it's the wrong thing down here. Yeah, F's in the chat. So yeah, but there's a guy that for a long time, he was called Rotor Man. Let me see if I can find this again. Rotor Man is what they called him, but he rode that ride all day, every day. His name was Fred.
Fred.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Doesn't say. It just says Fred. Let me see. They actually wrote a whole... The Business Journal in Youngstown actually wrote an entire article on him. So, yeah. His name is Fred. Or Rotor Man, as they called him. That's all they called him, as a Rotor Man. But yeah, from like the 80s until maybe it closed. He was on that ride every day. He's a middle-aged man who rode the rotor all day, every day for years and years and years. He got on it and just never got up until the park closed. And they never were like, hey, dude, you got to get off and get back in line. Like, they just eventually were like, whatever. He rode it all day long. He even had a shirt that said Rotor Man on it.
Did he die?
I don't know if he died or not.
I thought that's what you were getting at, is he died, and that's why we should all.
No, it just came up today, and I was like, I forgot about, because I used to always see this. Like, we used to always talk. There's also another guy that rode one roller coaster all day long.
How did he afford to
be
at Jogga Lake every day?
I don't know. And this other guy, he would just ride the roller coaster, and her head would bang off the side of it, and he had like brain dead or something. Over the years, there were theories about who he was and why he did what he did. One legend was that he used to be a test pilot for NASA who became addicted to the G's, and this was the only way he could get his fix. Some people thought he was a teacher on summer break. Another one was that he was born on the Scrambler, and that explained his love of spinning. So for at least 16 years, he rode this ride all day, every day. He apparently he's still alive and living somewhere in Mahoning Valley. Since Jogga Lake closed, he's been spotted a few times at roller rinks and at a few different the Mahoning Valley Scrapper games. Yeah, so I'd like to know more about this Fred guy. I'd like to get him on the show. Can we get Fred on the show? That'd be great. Apparently, someone commented on the story and said Fred worked for my parents at a bowling alley we owned for years before it closed due to the economy. It started with him just stopping in every day to watch everyone bowl, and he turned into family. We knew something was different about him, but we didn't care. He was Fred. He was our family. He couldn't wait to come to work and showed up an hour before his shift every day to make sure we didn't need any extra help. Although his only task was to spray shoes as the customers brought them up, he took his job very seriously. Oh, wow. I've never learned so much from a single person growing up as I did from him. He truly is the most genuine human being I have ever met. I'm proud to say Fred was a huge part of my childhood. We even invited him to holiday dinners and family events. He may have been socially awkward and didn't have many people in his corner, but he always knew what to do to make people smile. That's cool. So I just wonder.
That made it sound like he died.
Yeah, it did. But it just, okay, so this guy had to, like, somehow, this man had to have money.
Yeah.
Because, like, they said he just, like, came in there to watch people bowl. And they're, like, eventually gave him a job. So he had to have had money.
Maybe someone in his family
That's
died.
something, a family member or something. Huh.
Yeah. You're a middle-aged man sitting at the at Jogga Lake and at the bowling alley all day. Like you obviously don't have income coming in unless it's from someone else.
I mean, I'm assuming it sounds like he had autism or something, most likely.
Some kind of developmental disease.
Here's a picture of old Fred on the Rotor-Rooter, though. Right there on Facebook. Yeah, just look up Rotor Man on Facebook if you're listening to something that you remember, too, and you want to look into. Just look up Rotor Man on Facebook. There's a whole page dedicated to it. So, yeah, Rotor. It's a hell of a ride to just ride all day long.
Yeah, I've never experienced it. I watched other people experience it.
Yeah. Someone that used to do caricatures for Jogga Lake. He actually wrote an article about Fred as well. So a lot of people remember him. In the article, he pretty much just said that, you know, he remembers he'd just be there waiting when the gates open, and he'd go, first thing he'd do was go to a certain roller coaster. Then right after that, he went straight to the rotor, and he was there all day long. And then just no one ever asked him to get off and get back in line. Like, it was just okay. So apparently he even had a hiding spot that was behind the entry exit door of the ride. So he'd hide behind there just to get away with it. Yeah, so. And then he drew a caricature of Rotor Man, apparently. So that's pretty cool. But it's crazy, like just something as small as that can leave such a legacy, even if it's just a local one. Like it can leave just a legacy behind for people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't do nothing phenomenal. He didn't do nothing earth-shattering or anything that changed the world. But damn, man, people knew him and people respected him and people enjoyed him. I guess that's what matters. He left a legacy. I mean, hundreds of people remember who this man is, if not more. You know, so I guess what else? I mean, what else can a man want in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, people remember me when I'm gone. Probably
I
not.
remember you as that long ride home guy that
that pissed off everyone.
pissed everyone off and
his phone just kept blowing up on air.
yep,
So, yeah.
blowing up.
Not the studio phone, because someone who is listening right now, I hope, has not got our studio phones hooked up yet. We're just patiently waiting for the studio phones to be hooked up so we can, you know, take calls. So these jackasses that want to tell us our show sucks on comments can tell us on the phone our show sucks. But it's hard to do that without a working phone in the studio. Yeah, so. Not that, you know, not that I'm agitated by that or something.
Yeah, you seem a little on edge.
Yeah. I'm just ready. Just ready for the everything to just fall in place. Can we just, you know, can we just have equipment in here that we need? Is that too much to ask? Not asking for much. Just asking for the bare necessities. Get it? That was a reference to
that
Jungle
Book.
Book.
Yeah.
Why is that playing?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just the bare necessities that we need a phone in here. Yeah. You know. You get what you pay for, I guess. Something like that. Good help is so hard to find these days. So, yeah. Anyways, one more game tonight for you.
Yeah, one more game. One more game.
The Ravens and the Cowboys tonight.
Yeah.
And you have the Ravens. Would you like to stick with that or change it? You're not allowed to change it, even if you wanted to.
All right. Well, then there you go.
We're too late. But tomorrow, we're going to make your picks for next week.
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm very excited.
It's going to be a good
what, 9? Did I get... Wait, there's only 2 games last night, right?
Yeah, there's 2 games last
So
night.
there's one more game. Okay.
And you got both of them wrong.
So I'm 9 for 14 now.
Something like that. I can't remember. I already
9 for
down.
14.
I have to double check because I don't trust you. I feel like you.
Yeah, I had 12. We had 12 games yesterday.
Well, here's the thing. Even if you lose, even if you lost, you could still just be like, it was rigged. I won. I won by lots.
Yeah, these teams purposely lost because they heard little old WMBU long ride home. Some guy made some guesses of who was going to win. They're like, nope, I want to lose to prove a point.
Right. Well, you're 9 for 5 right now, so you're almost.
Well, 9 and 5.
9 and 5.
Well, 9 out of. That's what I was saying.
9 and 5. You're 9 and 5 right now.
Okay.
So you'll have less than a 50% win, or less than 50% correct. No,
I would still be 9 and 6. I would still be under I'd still get more than a 50%, but I'd still fail. Well, let's see if I would get 9, and you said 9 and 6, 9 and 5.
You'll be 9 and 6 if you lose tonight.
Okay.
You'll be 10 and 5 if you don't. But right now you're sitting at 9 and 5.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So But we're going to take a break here in just a moment. When we come back, we're going to have more. We're going to talk about yesterday, a presidential Medal of Freedom or Medal of Honor or some kind of stupid medal was given out to Dan Gable, a wrestling great from the Olympics. We're going to talk a little bit about that. You know who Dan Gable is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, we're going to talk a little bit about that and how it became awkward at the end. But we're going to talk about that and more when we come back on your long ride home right here on WMBU. We're going to play a clip from an old episode on the live stream here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, Twitter, everything else we're on. We're going to play our Daily Motion, too. We're going to play a clip from an old episode while we're on break. If you want to listen to some music, just go ahead and go over to WMBU.org from anywhere in the world and listen live on WMBU. We got some, I don't know, a bunch of reggae coming up and during this break. So we'll be back with more of your long ride home after a few songs and our station ID. Be back. It's not even the same now because we don't have them.
Well,
So
the good thing is we're
we got 10 minutes left. If you want to give us a call in the last 10 minutes, it's 216-250-3174, 250-3174. Call and tell us how horrible we are and how insensitive we are and all that. At least I didn't get called a cheap Imus. At least I got called someone that was funny.
yeah.
Whatever. They'll get over it.
It's weird being here on a Friday.
It is weird. I'm not used to this. I'm used to being at home right now, like just stretched out on my bed. Just whatever, playing Xbox, watching
Madden.
movies.
I see you play Madden a lot.
Yeah, I love Madden. I haven't played
Yeah,
Madden
like
in a
2
while.
weeks. Yeah, I'm freaking.
I haven't been able to play in a while because
I somehow added you to my
Oh, yeah.
my homepage on my Xbox.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like achievement 14, 15 days ago. I'm like, I figured you'd be playing all the time.
no, I haven't really because I've been here so much. Like especially this week, like the last 2 weeks I've been here a lot.
Mhm.
And then this week, like I was here Tuesday, I was here till 11 at night. Yesterday or Wednesday, we were here till 6. Yesterday here to almost 6. Like,
Yeah, we got.
and then after leaving here, it's like we had to go straight to the comedy club. So
Yeah, Wednesday.
I haven't really had a chance to play Madden lately.
Yeah.
And then like when my husband's home, it's like
Yeah, you don't want to.
I feel like I can't play Madden because he's there and he wants to spend time.
He's not really a
together or-
sports guy, is he?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. So when he's home, I just don't feel like I can play video games because I feel like I'm ignoring him, and which usually that doesn't bother me. But I guess I want to be self-conscious in my marriage.
Yeah, good idea.
And I guess whatever makes him feel better, I guess. So yeah, we've had a good day. Had some funny callers there. Got some people in trouble. I couldn't believe that when she called in.
Yeah.
It's like actually his wife. I was joking when I said, "Is this your wife?"
Yeah. And
But it was his wife.
It was.
She was not happy.
Yeah.
She'll get over it.
We're just here to, make light of a bad situation in America.
I mean, it's the thing. We're here to laugh. That's all we want to do. We want to laugh.
We want to make people
Not
laugh.
enough people get to laugh anymore, and it's like everyone wants to be so sensitive, but you don't need to be sensitive. It's we just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. So yeah, people are offended. You just get over it. You'll be all right. Listen tomorrow. We'll probably offend you again, even though we're not on. So yeah, whatever. Anger. Just be angry. Just be angry your whole life.
What are you planning on doing this weekend? You got any good plans?
This weekend, no. I am pretty much staying home and just relaxing. Probably. I don't know. Saturday he works till 9 or 7 or something, so I'll have the day to myself. So probably get back on Madden.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my house cleaned up a little bit.
I want
some schoolwork. I've been getting harassed about doing some schoolwork.
I
So
won
I'll
the
get some of that done.
I won the Super Bowl with the 49ers, and then I
Mm,
changed their city. I moved them.
that's pretty sweet.
Moved them to Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn 49ers?
No, I changed their name. Now they're the Brooklyn Beats, I think.
Oh.
Because they give you some
Like
they give you the
fruit
option if you
vegetable
want to
thing?
keep their name,
Or
like the music symbol.
Oh.
They give you the option to keep your name or pick a new one. And they have a list of names you can pick. It's like, yeah, this sounds like a good one. It's musical.
Yeah, I do that. I do that in 2K. I make expansion teams, build my own teams. I like doing
Yeah.
rebuilds and stuff. That's fun.
I signed Colin Kaepernick
Yeah,
as
he's
my
like
QB.
he's higher rated in that game. He hasn't played in 4 years, and he's higher rated than a lot of people that
And he has a
like an 81 overall or something.
he has like Black Lives Matter taunts and stuff.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
Yeah, he does. Does he do a Wakanda?
Yeah,
Yeah, he does a Wakanda.
and the fist.
Yeah,
Yeah, he makes a lot of white people angry with that game.
yeah.
We got a boycott Madden.
Yeah.
Therefore,
People were mad, though,
equality.
seriously about like how he has a higher rating than like a lot of other quarterbacks that are in the league.
Get over it.
Yeah. At this
Get
point, he's
over
a
it.
legend.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Is anyone? I haven't kept up with that. Is anyone like interested? Has he had talks with people?
I don't know.
He's signed again.
I don't pay that much attention to it.
Yeah. You're like, I just like the video game world. I just.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I play the video games, and that's about it. But yeah, so he's a quarterback. World is right. He's won the Super Bowl with the 49ers and then moved the team.
I just don't want to
'Cause it wouldn't-
the 49ers. So did you sign him after you switched to the 49ers?
No, I signed him while I was still playing as the 49ers. I signed him as our quarterback. He took us to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I also traded for the running back from Cleveland.
Chubb?
No, the other one.
Hunt?
Yeah. And like he broke a whole bunch of records
Oh, yeah.
during my season.
Cleveland Browns have like the best dynamic duo is in your backfield, man.
Yeah.
Just, like best two
And they
running
still
backs in the
can't
league.
win.
Hey, you know what? They're
He
2-1
tries to
right
pass
now.
too much.
2-1. I know. Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You got a good threat in the offense, and they don't use it as much. You know, threat with the running game, they don't use it as nearly as much as they should.
Right.
Are you gonna watch the game Sunday? Okay,
I am probably not.
I'm gonna try to tune in. Play.
I don't know.
They play,
Sunday is my husband's only day off.
Oh, and he doesn't
So,
like sports, so
Yeah. So, because
Yeah.
like he works Monday through Saturday.
I'm gonna need you to hit
So.
me with one of those like the Bernie Kosar things. So they're playing the Dallas Cowboys this Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday, don't miss Bernie Kosar and the Cleveland Browns as they take on Bernie Kosar and the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
You need
Oh,
to play
look
for
who's
both
back.
teams. Oh, look, Angry Black Guy's back. Oh, what happened? Ooh, give us the details. No, we want
You don't
details.
even want to hear about it, is what you're saying?
He slammed his mask down. He's angry. What happened? What happened?
Okay, I'm feeling it's does it have something to do with the project?
I can see the steam coming
Okay.
out. He's
Enough
angry.
said. Enough
He's
said.
angry.
Enough said.
Well, this ends our wrapping up on our first 2 hours.
Yeah, he came back to say goodbye.
He came back to say goodbye. And he's probably gonna. Oh, what, his mic ain't even on. I turned his mic on. He's really mad now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
This
just
may be the last time you ever hear his voice once he gets home.
So, any final words? Anything you want to say today?
want
I mean, not like your own eulogy, but like
You may want to say your own
just
eulogy.
in case, you know, you want to have, you got to have like a speech. or
Your
something.
last rites. Should we pray over you before you leave?
Yeah, play Boys and Men in the background too.
Dear Jeebus, protect our black friend. He's the only one we got.
mm-hmm. Oh, man.
It was fun.
It was.
We just got to start having you on every week.
I would love that.
Diversify our talent pool.
Is forced diversity a form of coming up? That's like knowing you're going up, right?
I don't know.
If they force you to have a token, that's like a form of coming up, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Covering up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's like a racist beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for listening to us today on your long ride home. We're actually going to be back with a third hour, but we're going to refresh everything. So we'll actually be having another episode in just a few minutes, but we're going to take a break. We're going to play our little outro, and we'll be back with more of your long ride home right here on World College Radio Day. World College Radio Day. We love it so much. Yeah, so we'll be back with more of your long ride home.
No matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about.
Schizophrenic, baby. I love both of you. Schizophrenic, baby. Say you love me too. You too. Now when our romance has just begun, I know when everything's said and done, I'm getting two for the price of one. What fun!
Cleveland, everywhere.
You are listening to the worst show on radio. This is your long ride home on WMBU, part of the Radio Free Entertainment Network.
Without doubt, the worst episode ever. Rest assured that I was on the internet within minutes, registering my disgust throughout the world.
Gentlemen, the king.
And welcome back to your long ride home. I am the King of Akron, Michael Long. And then over there across from me is my noble steed, Mr. Corey Hennessy. How you doing today, Corey?
I'm fantastic.
My noble steed.
Fantastic.
Noblest of noble steeds. Mr. J. Remy. I guess that's how you pronounce it. J. Remy said our mom's basement is looking great.
That's great.
It is. Corey, you're like all depressed now. What is going on?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
Just
fine.
like,
I'm fine. I'm good.
my name's Corey.
I'm good.
Me. You gonna get ready to sing?
Yes.
Awesome. Corey, you know what we haven't had in a while?
What's that?
We haven't had a back the blue update in a while.
We have not.
We may need to start bringing that back.
Yeah. And we get in contact with our old buddies and
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
find out what's going on.
Yeah.
What's going on out there in the police community.
Yeah. What's going on? Or what's going on with the blue badges out there? Blue Lives Matter. Or whatever. Something like that. So, yeah. This is your long ride home. We are coming to you live from Akron, Ohio. In the
Akron, Canton,
There you go.
Cleveland,
There you go.
Northeast Ohio, and worldwide.
WMVU.
World of music.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amy Goodman. In
Hi,
this
Amy.
time of
We don't care.
COVID-19,
We know.
climate
COVID-19.
Amy,
We
we're
know.
not Talking. What?
Akron, Canton, Cleveland,
Okay.
Northeast Ohio, and worldwide.
It's a bigger variety of music. WMVU.org.
Wow, everyone knows what station we are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, there
It's
we
like that
go.
legal ID. And one more time? Can we get it?
One
No,
more
don't
time.
play it
Yeah,
one more time.
WMVU.org.
Can we get
WMVU.org.
Just play 'em all.
24 hours, 7 days a week. Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and worldwide.
So yeah, we're just gonna the second hour is just gonna be all station IDs. All station IDs all the time. WMVU. We can't take your phone call, so we'll just play station IDs.
Roger that.
Roger that. And when we do get a phone, we're just gonna have people call in and give you live station IDs.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a competition.
Competition. You can do the
Win a
best
free
station
sticker.
IDs. Yeah.
If you can give us a wonderful sweeper or a
Sweeper.
station ID, letting the entire world know we are many voices united,
Many, or well, there's two of us, but
and we're not
Still.
always united.
not always united.
Not always.
Sometimes Corey's depressed, like right now.
Sometimes I'm happy.
Sometimes I'm angry and pissing people off.
That's probably sometimes. That's probably more than sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cornelius.
That's probably all the time.
Someone, oh my God. So on our Twitch stream, someone commented, want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers? No, my name is not King Vagina. I don't need to buy followers.
King Michael.
I am
King Michael the first.
The first. I'm not King Vagina. I am the King of Akron, Michael Long, with my noble steed, Mr. Corey Hennessy. So, yeah.
Not any relation to the cognac, unfortunately.
No.
I wouldn't be here. I'd be like
Rich.
hanging out with J.R. Smith or something, or having some fun being a Hennessy.
Yeah. You'd be
But
getting the vaccine.
I might be if I was that high up in the totem pole, but
Yeah.
they forget about us tiny
Little people.
little people. Well, I don't want to say little people because
My husband.
I'm
will be-
5'9", which isn't that tall at all,
Yeah.
but it's not quite. It'd be a little person for like an athlete.
Yeah.
But I'm far from an
Not
athlete.
Wild
obviously.
Man Johnny, little person, though.
Yeah. Don't
This
you?
is Wild Man Johnny. You are MS Freaks. You listen to the Midnight Sneak Freak.
Yeah. I miss him.
I do, too. We got to get him back
Yeah,
in
we
here.
do. We got to get Cherry. We got to get. We
Oh.
got to get all. That's what.
Wild Man Johnny's probably dressed up as a burger in this time of the day.
What I want to know if he dresses up as a burger and then he puts the elf costume on. He's a
under it
burger
or
elf.
over it?
Yeah. He's an elf burger. So we need to bring him in and have him as an elf on the shelf.
Oh, yeah.
That is not a bad
Just
idea.
build him a shelf on the wall
yeah,
behind
he
me.
could just. Oh yeah, make
Maybe
sure
we'll just
it's
put a
within
microphone
camera
there?
view. Yeah. Yeah, we could have him do random things. That would be fun.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Every day he moves to a different spot. His shelf moves to a different spot.
We'd only need him like one day, really.
Yeah.
We could just take
One day is more than enough.
Yeah. Well, how many days left till Christmas? We have until Christmas Eve, because Christmas Day doesn't really matter.
Today's the 8th.
So that we have another 8 day would be 16. So another 16 days.
Yeah.
Till Christmas Eve. So we get him in 16 different poses.
Yeah.
One could be he could do his massage.
Yeah.
We got to find a girl though to get the massage.
Got to be a girl.
Got to be a girl.
You get Alexa back in here.
Yeah.
think that counts. Still says we'll be right back. We are back.
Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
We should.
Contact him.
I'm going to.
Wild Man Johnny, we need you
and
here.
then what we can do is we can take the 16 photos and each day put a new photo in the corner of the live stream.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You block this out.
Yeah.
Just block that out.
Yeah, we don't need to see any of that. Just do the Reface app and put your his face over your body. That'd be perfect.
Or just green screen it, and then we could just have them in random predicaments, random Elf on the Shelf predicaments. I just saw an Elf on the Shelf. It was a Tiger King.
Oh yeah,
little thing that was pretty sweet.
I'm still waiting for Trump to pardon him. People think it's going to happen.
I hope so.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. So news came out of Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. His estate got its final appraisal of what his worth. The final numbers are in, and Nipsey Hussle's estate is worth a little over $4 million.
Yeah, it's probably accurate.
The late rapper's estate filed legal documents for the estate's final inventory appraisal, which puts the estate's value at $4,169,088.57.
I got it down to the pennies.
Hey, they were accurate AF.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, according to the docs, a big chunk of Nipsey's net worth comes from his trademark portfolio, shares of companies he owned, as well as personal items like gold necklaces and Rolexes.
Yeah, he was a little flashy sometimes.
He owned a 25% share of stock in the Marathon Clothing, and that was worth about $271,000, and a 100% interest in All Money and No Money Out Inc., worth just over $2 million. His trademark portfolio, which included his name, voice, signature, photograph, or likeness on or in product, merchandise, or goods, is worth $913,000.
The question is, who gets this estate? Did it go to the state because he was killed? I mean, he was murdered.
Gunned down in Crenshaw.
Yes. So, who owns the estate?
I'm not sure. And the weird thing is that the estate checked the box saying that Nipsey didn't own any actual real estate.
That's surprising.
So he didn't own no house, he didn't own no land, nothing.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought he'd have a home.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he wasn't. He's, I guess, a household name for anybody that followed hip hop.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like a household name, like you mentioned Snoop or.
He was more popular after he died.
Yeah, I could say that he became more famous because he was murdered.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that follows hip hop knows who he was. But I said after that, he's more of a household name now. Like, oh, Nipsey, that's one of them. But we had so many rappers I never even heard of get killed this past month or 2-3 months. I mean, it's just wild.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Triple X. I don't even know how you really pronounce his name. He was killed. Yeah. Extension.
Oh, that
whatever
guy.
it was.
Yeah.
Extension. He was murdered. And then you had Juice WRLD. He died of an overdose. Like, yeah, that was kind of tragic. And you had a bunch of people this summer, this year, on top of everything else. We lost a lot of people in the hip hop community.
Oh yeah, someone just died over the weekend, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think so. I think someone maybe last weekend.
I don't know. It's just sad, man. This year's just sucked.
There's a restaurant in Los Angeles called Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill. And they are shut down due to the new California shutdowns, of course. And the restaurant owner said it's a slap in the face that her place is shut down.
But next door, are they doing some kind of catering?
While next door a film set is operating.
Catering, and she is really upset.
Yeah, but it looks like thanks to a bunch of support, they may be back in business soon.
Yeah, she. I was watching some clips on YouTube, and she was not a happy camper. And it's fair.
No,
it's fair to be upset because it's like on one end you're like, okay, maybe all of this should be shut down, but on the other end it's like, well, you have to shut down, and you're a small business, and I don't know how small it really is, and then you have a film crew next door catering, like having catering in these tents, and it's like, well, why are you cutting me off?
Right.
I don't know.
They have a GoFundMe account which is currently raised $150,000.
$150K.
Yeah, and it looks like they may be able to reopen for takeout soon because of that generosity. So I guess the problem is they couldn't afford to do takeout. I don't know.
Well, takeout's expensive.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just because you don't have any of that revenue of people sitting in and eating, and then you add the expense, and not that it'll add up though. That you have the expense of takeout stuff when you have an abundance. Most places already offer takeout.
Yeah.
But when that's the one thing you can do, now you have to buy some special takeout stuff, and it's a lot of companies can't absorb that.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at the time frame of how everything happened. You shut everyone off. Said, you know what? You got to close down. You can only be open for takeout. And some of these businesses were already declining for a month and a half. And they're small businesses. They might have just barely been afloat. Now they can't afford a lot of this stuff to stay in business.
Well, that's another part where Congress is completely failing, is that these small businesses need support. They need help.
Yeah.
I understand why they're being told, hey, carry out only, because we are in the middle of a pandemic. And I have no problem with the governor putting tight restrictions on the state because, hey, we'd like to get out of this pandemic. Yeah. But I think the problem is that no one's helping these small businesses that have to change their model of doing business. Because DoorDash takes out a ridiculous fee from them. Yeah. They take I think it's like 40% of their net profit of the store goes to DoorDash. So
it's just wild, man. It's just wild, man. Not Wild Man Johnny, but
not Wild Man Johnny. It's just
it's wild. The amount. And the thing, these people up in Capitol Hill need to get their head out of their ass and work something out. Now there was
still no relief. Bill.
Yeah, well, there's some reports that it's either people are really pissed about Pelosi. That this whole thing was political, and it was political on both sides, but they're mad that she passed up like a $1.9 trillion package because she wanted to make sure that Trump was out of office and whatever. She hates Trump. That is what it is.
We all do.
Yeah. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's the 8th. They should have passed something. The HEROES Act was brought up in May, or it was brought up earlier than that, wasn't it? It was like right after the CARES Act. And the HEROES Act comes out, and no, because she wanted like $3.4 trillion. And there was a lot of legislation and a lot of lingo, and the way it was written that people didn't like. Right. But now they can't decide on anything. And it's not fair that these people on Congress and these people up in Capitol Hill, they get to decide that, hey, you know what? If we don't want to figure something out, we can get an extension on our money.
Right.
That they're going to do a continuing resolution, and that's on the table for them to just go home when they normally would. Well, there's one that's like, okay, we're given a week extension. Then there's something else that says if we can't get it done, we can go into January. Yeah. I think the good thing is if we get something passed, it's a tiny bill or a skinny bill, as people would call it. If we can get that, then there's more room for Joey to come in and do some things.
Right.
Because if you get a little bit of that $908 billion bill, kind of puts people where they figure stuff out. They get so much money, and it's going to be harder. I know we had this conversation off air, but it's going to be harder to pass stuff through Congress when it's already taken care of. It's going to be a lot harder. They push this $300 unemployment boost. It's going to be a lot harder. No, McConnell wants to do an extension. Just let's extend it to basically the end of like an extra month.
Right.
And it would just be whatever benefits you get. And it's starting to look like it's when Pelosi was it's all or nothing, and they just can't come together. And I think we're either going to end up with nothing or a very skinny bill.
Oh yeah.
And at this point, you just get dragged on, and people just give us something, just figure something out.
Right.
But you can't give all the small businesses money. The only thing that's going to help them do is get caught up. And if you don't give the general population, Americans, money, no one's going to support those businesses.
Yeah.
And no one's going to have the money to support those businesses. And what good is that going to do?
Nothing.
We're not going to get stimulus checks. And we got a stimulus check in April, May, depending on when you got it. I know we had this conversation the other day. You got yours late for your own kind of reasons with the taxes and stuff. But it's just like,
yeah, I mean,
you need to stimulate this economy, and I really hope that when a new president comes in, new administration comes in, they're going to straighten some things out. When we had the financial collapse in 2008, really didn't recover from that till like 2012, 2013. 5 years. Do we want to take on 5 years of economic failure because of a virus that should have never happened, never should have been here, because they didn't act fast enough, and they still don't want to act fast enough?
Well, it's because you got these idiots, the Republicans, that have their head in the sand, and they're just like, oh, we're going to act like this virus isn't a big deal. We're going to act like millions of people ain't out of work. Like, almost 300,000 people in this country haven't died.
There's a report that there's 4 jobs, or there's 4 people unemployed for every 1 job in America.
Yeah. And that's why all these people are like, it's a disincentive. It's an incentive not to go to work. Trust me, people would rather work. But there's 1 job for every 4 people unemployed in this country.
Yeah.
And the jobs that are available are minimum wage jobs, MIC jobs.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
Jobs you get when you get out of high school and have no experience. And you can't sit there and expect someone to go from making, $50,000 a year because they went through school and they earned a degree to get that good job, to just turn around and accept a minimum wage job, a $10 an hour job. CBS is always hiring, but CBS, once again, you can't expect someone that comes from the business world making great money to just be like, hey, I'm going to go work at CBS for minimum wage. That's like, I mean, we spend what, $18,000 on our education to be able to be in radio, to get where we are. So, I mean, it'd be ridiculous if we're doing radio for 10 years, making ridiculous amount of money, and we lose our job because of something outside our control, and then expect us to turn around and go work at a retail store or CBS or some other minimum wage job. Like, there's jobs out there, but they're jobs that don't pay living wages. And people that have, busted their ass for years to get where they were in whatever company they were working. And they're like, hey, you got to start all over again because the president is a major screw up and didn't do what he was supposed to do during a national pandemic. That's how I feel, personally.
Yeah.
But I mean, CBS may be hiring, but who really, but then when you go to get a job at CBS, like, oh, you're way too overqualified for this job. That's another problem. People with bachelor degrees and stuff like that do go to apply for these jobs are like, oh, you're overqualified for this job, because they don't want them to get the job and then leave when something that meets their qualifications comes along. It's easier just to be like, you're too, and that's why people get told, oh, you're overqualified for this job, because we don't want to take the time to train you and teach you how to do everything. Then you turn around and leave because a job that does fit your qualifications and is paying more than us is now hiring you. So, it's a bunch of.
Well, that's the thing I said. These people that are taken out of their element, taken out of their forte of what's the word I'm looking for? When they're taken out of their field, and they have to go find a job doing something else, and that takes away from people that may not have the experience in the field, in a certain field, and that's like if God forbid, we lost our place on radio, it'd be hard to just turn around and be like, I'm going to go work flipping hamburgers now. Yeah, and you know what? Because I paid. Listen. Now's not a time to job shame at all, and not that I think that's what we were doing.
No,
but it sucks because people have to make a living. People have to live.
It's not job shaming. It's you get jobs where you're qualified for them. A McDonald's job is fine and dandy if you're a high school student, or you're a single person living on your own, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good job if you haven't trained to do anything else. I mean, because you can move up in McDonald's management or whatever.
Yeah, there's
and make decent money.
There a lot of those jobs. That's what a lot of people do. They work hard and they move up and stuff. But it's just like you get taken out of your field, and it's just like I said, it's a slap in the face for somebody that trained for a certain thing, and they have to go and do something else.
I didn't spend $20,000 on an education to go work a minimum wage job.
Yeah,
but I spent that money to make a better way for me.
Yeah.
And to get in a better field.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It just sucks. Now, people, we're going to have to go, it might come down to, at some point, we have to go do something that we don't necessarily, want to do, where we move fields. We go from, doing radio or something, doing fast food or doing retail. And it just sucks because we shouldn't, it's like a slap in the face. Like I said, we literally I'm getting student loan emails all the time. Like, hey, you're going to start paying on those loans. You're going to start paying on these loans. And we're like, well,
and here's the thing though, the problem is the radio industry has been hit hard by COVID.
Yeah. And
because
the largest people that got hit in that field is promotion managers, people that are doing promotions, people that are planning events.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but even your daily host, because businesses have less money to advertise on radio. Mm-hmm. Less people are listening to radio because they're not in their car as much because they lost their job. Because very few people sit at home and listen to the radio.
I'll agree with that.
So, it's hitting everyone hard. Yeah, it hit promotion people the hardest because they don't have no events to plan. They don't have nothing to do. So, it hit them, but the whole entire industry got hit because there's less money for businesses to advertise. It's just, it's hard for everyone. So, people are losing their, Ken Still, who worked here in Akron for decades, got let go during the pandemic. He's working at a car delership now.
He got let go? I thought he retired. Or
no,
was
he
it,
got
or
let
was,
go. That was Jeff something else from WO&E. But Ken Still got let go because of the pandemic, and he went and got a job at a car dealership, which were one of his main sponsors anyway. So he's more like a spokesperson than, he's not really selling cars or anything.
People are going to come. Yeah, he's more of a spokesperson. Yeah. People are going to be like, I bought a car off of him.
Yeah, I bought a car off of Ken Steele.
Yeah.
But the business is getting hit, but he was able to kind of find a job in the same field where he really, I don't think he's even selling cars. I think he's just like a spokesperson for him. Like, come in and meet Ken Still and he'll.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm sure he probably does. He's probably got some kind of commission on the table.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he does.
He's probably got a salary and some kind of commission.
Right.
You don't just bring somebody in like that and be like, well, you may or may not have any kind of things going on in sales industry. But yeah, I'm sure he's making his money. Good for him.
Yeah. More or less.
It's like get in where you fit in. But like I said, it sucks because we've got, we just spent all this time, and money, and and everyone's just hit. COVID just sucks.
Yeah.
And we don't know where the light at the end of the tunnel is.
2020 sucked.
Yeah. 2021 is probably not going to be much better.
Who knows?
I'm not planning on it.
There's one great thing about 2020, though.
What's that?
And that was this.
This is Wild Man Johnny. You are MS Freaks. You listen to the Midnight Sneak Freak.
It was one of my highlights.
Yeah, that was one of the highlights. 2020 right there. So I guess Mr. Cummins said he's back. I guess we're supposed to acknowledge him.
Oh, hi.
Though we don't care. He said it like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, he might be gone by now, but hi.
Probably.
Thanks for tuning in.
And goes.
Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Typical man. So guess what? There's a new Olympic sport that'll be added into the 2024 Olympic Games.
Are we still having this year's Olympics next year?
I don't know how that's working.
I don't think.
I think they're just now preparing for the 2024 Olympics. They may still do one.
Because Summer Olympics. Yeah, it was the Summer Olympics that was supposed to have happened.
So I'm thinking that they are just canceling the 2020 Olympics and just focusing on 2024.
But they still have the Winter Olympics, right, coming up
in 2022.
Yeah.
So because I think every 2 years there's some kind of Olympics.
Yeah. Winter, summer.
Yeah, and it's every 2 years. But there's a new sport being added to the Olympics in 2024, Corey. And can you guess what that sport is?
Dodgeball.
No.
Fishing.
No.
Train hopping.
No.
Yelling into a megaphone.
No. Corey, let me give you a hint.
Okay.
You've been served.
Dancing with the Stars?
Break dancing.
Break dancing. Why is that
Is it officially an Olympic sport in the 2024 games?
That's
which happened in Paris.
That's a little wild.
The International Olympic Committee says the Olympic competition will feature 16 B-boy and 16 B-girls from around the world competing in one-on-one battles. The top finishers get real Olympic medals, gold, silver, and bronze.
Can you imagine? You're like, yeah, my great-great-grandfather.
he was an Olympic breakdancer.
Yeah. My great-great-grandfather, he was a triathlon winner, and he beat the record in the record time.
I want to be,
And then my uncle, he was in the Olympics of 2024, and he totally busted a move.
Yeah.
And he got the silver. Are you even proud about that? Like you if you're not first, you're last in this situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you take anything home less than the gold, it's like, is it?
I want to be the Kurt
Is it going to be one-on-one?
One-on-one battles.
Oh, it's not like group battles.
No,
like
it's one-on-one.
Team USA versus Team Russia.
No, it'd still be Team USA versus Team Russia.
So
but
then,
it'll be one-on-one.
So then, at this point, do we see like celebrities become athletes for breakdancing? Like, think about it. If you imagine if Chris Brown becomes a gold medalist, Chris Brown becomes a gold medalist in the 2024 Olympics.
No, it's breakdancing, not wife beating, Corey.
Oh,
Wrong
he's a good dancer too.
Yeah, but is he a good breakdancer?
Or we get like Nick Cannon with those drumline. Who was in You Got Served?
I don't know.
There was
there's like 20 of those movies. I'm not sure at this point who's in them. So, so the head of the World Dance Sport Federation called the announcement historic.
It is.
Not only for B-boys and B-girls, but for all dancers around the world. Huh, well.
So there's going to be a men and a women's team? Or is it going to be like
I don't know, Corey.
co-ed?
I don't have all the details, Corey. I'm telling you what I know. I don't know. Don't ask questions. I don't know. Call the Olympic Committee.
How am I supposed to know?
Them.
You bring it up. I thought you'd know more.
Call
about
the
it.
Olympic Committee and ask them. Corey, it's just announced today. How much information can they have?
Probably a lot if they announced it.
Not that much.
They're just like, hey, we're gonna introduce breakdancing into.
Wait, no. It says B-boy. I'm thinking D bags. I was going to talk about King Vagina again. But,
yeah.
It's not going over well with everyone though, Corey. Some people are upset. Australian squash legend Michelle Martin says it's a mockery that breakdancing is an Olympic sport while squash is not.
What is squash again?
I don't know.
Like squashing beef? Was that like you go on Wild and Out in practice?
I don't know. What is squash? Let's see.
I don't know.
It's a racket and a ball sport played by two players on a 4-wall court. So it's like tennis?
I could see that. That's what it sounds like. I could see that argument.
Oh, I know what squash is. It's where you hit the ball against the wall. And then I've seen people play that.
Yeah.
I've seen squash courts.
I can see where they're coming from with that being kind of an insult.
You know what I'm talking about now, though, squash?
Mm-hmm.
It's where they hit the ball against the wall and it comes back and they hit it again. You got one person on each side. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like tennis against the wall. Right?
Yeah. Also joining that we're supposed to debut in 2020 in Tokyo, but now are being pushed off to the 2024 games is skateboarding, sport climbing, and surfing.
Well, you had the X Games for skateboarding.
Yeah.
So I can see that, and that I feel like that has declined. Skateboarding is still a thing, but it's not nearly as mainstream as it was when in the 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
You said surfing as well.
Yeah.
Now, surfing, I was never really like, wow, you really rode that wave. Like that sounds, that's maybe insulting, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just never saw that. I mean, it's kind of cool. I've seen some cool things happen when people surfing, but I just never been like, wow, that should be an Olympic sport. And then what was the one in the middle? Because I remember skateboarding and I got the surfing. What was the one in the middle? There was 3 of them, right?
Skateboard and sports climbing.
Sports climbing, is that like rock climbing? Like
I don't know.
Sports climbing, like like you would see in what was that show on Nickelodeon back in the day?
Guts.
Maybe Guts, but I'm thinking of like that weird temple, Legends of the Hidden Temple or whatever.
Yeah,
they would climb and
sports climbing is just like rock climbing and stuff.
Aggro climbing, and that's cool.
Remember Guts though? They had the aggro wall.
Yeah, that's cool. Whatever.
They had Global Guts. Did you ever watch those shows?
What?
Did you ever watch Guts, Global Guts, stuff like that?
Vividly, I shouldn't say vividly. It's the opposite of vividly. I slightly remember that.
They didn't have the aggro. I'm sorry. It was called the Aggro Crag.
Aggro Crag. Okay.
Yeah, and then it was the Mega Crag, and then the Super Aggro Crag.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a mountain they had to climb. So yeah.
So we got some cool new sports being added to. I'll definitely have to tune in if I remember in 4 years.
You probably won't.
I won't remember that, but like, oh my god, I remember that one time.
I don't know how some people sit there and watch the Olympics all day long when it's on.
I thought that Summer Olympics was cool, but I was more of a Winter Olympics kind of person. I always thought that was cool because, like, gymnastics. When I was a kid, me and my mother and
I cared even less then. Yeah.
Well, I really liked beach volleyball in the summer. I really liked beach volleyball, women's beach volleyball. I know you don't care about that, but that was one of my personal favorite sports of the Summer Olympics. I'd say for obvious reasons, but maybe it's not so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now you look depressed.
Oh, no.
I started talking about women, and now you look depressed.
No, you're just talking about you went way too far on that subject.
I went way too far on that subject?
Mattered. Yeah. It just didn't matter at some point.
Oh.
Just got boring.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find what else is going on around here. An Akron woman escaped from prison. Good for her.
Which prison?
Well, I'm sure the women's prison.
Oh yeah. Well, the jail.
Yeah,
you're talking about the prison, not the
woman.
jail. Well, is there a prison out here in Akron, or she was just an Akron woman that was in prison?
I think all the women only go to one place, and that's Marysville.
There's women there's a women's camp in there's Lorraine Correctional and Grafton Correctional, but there's a women's camp. The women's
Marysville.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Marysville. Well, it's in Marysville, Ohio. They have a compound, and then they have a camp. It's all in the same ground.
But I know there's women at that prison though. I'm pretty sure at Grafton, but it's across the street.
No,
I could have sworn.
Across the street is the intake facility, Lorraine. That's where all the men go for intake. Women just automatically go to Marysville. And there's another kind of, it's like a halfway house for women. Like it's considered a prison, but it's not a prison. It's closer to Cleveland. But,
okay.
Yeah. No, you're wrong, Corey.
All right. I'm gonna verify
ask
that.
Your dad. Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna ask him.
Be like, hey, Dad, before you make any more dry ass turkey, can you answer this for me? Can you give me a little prison history, Dad? I don't want to interrupt you from burning the turkey or anything, but what was it? Was it dry or what was it? Dry or burnt or what was it? What was wrong with the turkey?
Just dry.
Dry.
Just dry.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
Yeah. Because I got
the short of the stick on that, but
you got confronted about saying that it was drier than Betty White.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's all I've heard about. Every time I'm over there and he makes food, is this as dry as Betty White's Netherlands? And
does he call it the Netherlands?
I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass.
That'd be all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it says almost half of Clevelanders are working from home more than 8 hours a day.
It's a place to be, working from home. See, I think it's a novel idea, and I like the idea of.
I think a lot after the pandemic. I think a lot of places are gonna.
It's safer.
Continue.
Yeah, I think they should have certain they split it up like they want to do with schools. Where they wanted to, when they brought school, they're like, we're going to put half the students on, we're going to spread them out. They're going to go 2-3 days a week, and then we're going to have the other school, the other kids, the other days. And I think that's how they should do, office. Hey, you know what? You guys got to come in on a certain day of the week. We'll say you can stay home Monday Monday and Friday, let's say you get to stay home because you know what? It's Monday. I get it. No one wants to be in the office, but maybe Monday's not a good day because that's like when a lot of things happen.
Right.
But Friday, who really doesn't eat work on Fridays anyway? TGIF, right?
TGIF.
So maybe
God
they keep
it's
people
Friday.
home on Friday, but to eliminate some of that and just say, hey, you know what? It's obvious you guys can work from home. It's not ideal all the time, but we've learned to get through it. So maybe there are some days where you can work from home.
Yeah.
I think that'll boost morale. But people that have been working from home for months are just kind of going stir crazy. I don't know if that's kind of reverted, if people are still doing that. I don't know if there's a lot of people still working from, but you just said 50% or so are working more than 8 hours from home. That's just not healthy.
Yeah. If I do end up having to get a job outside of radio, I'm going to find one that pays you if you have to take time off for COVID. And my first day walking in, I'm just going to walk in, shake someone's hand and be like, and I'm like, oh my God, you're coughing, go home.
Yeah.
We'll pay you to stay
14
home.
days. You just job hop at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just job hop like,
yeah. So the hospitals in here in Akron are getting so full that Akron's Children's Hospital is
going
about
to start taking in. Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
start
that.
taking in adult patients.
Did you see I think it's in Texas or somewhere. There's actually a hospital that's operating out of their parking garage.
Oh my
God. They have an overflow and they're working in their parking garage.
Jeez. That's crazy. Oh, look who we got here. It's our good old station manager.
Yeah.
Chris. Oh, don't sit on the couch, Chris. Come over here. We need need to have a talk with you on air.
He doesn't. Yeah, he knows what's up. He's staying out of it.
He's hiding. Where's our phone, Christopher?
He's pleading the fifth.
Yeah. Just sitting over there with a smile like he just ate a canary.
He might have just eaten something. I'm not sure what.
Not sure what. I don't know what her name is.
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh, don't try to buy us off with food.
Maybe I'm not good. I'm gonna set this here.
He's like two fat people complaining about the food.
I'll pretend I'm accepting it, but I really don't. Don't want it. I don't think you were really offering it either. You were showing me.
I think it was empty.
We're gonna. It might have been. I don't know. That's pretty cool though. That's like a big cardboard box.
What was in it?
I don't know. A truffle.
Truffles? Were they golden truffles?
Golden, like the golden ticket.
What's that?
Golden ticket.
You bringing us a phone? Is that what it is?
No, I'm getting the phone.
Oh, okay.
He's getting it.
No, I'm not getting the phone. I'm getting something else.
Oh,
he's got to get assless.
He's
chaps.
teasing us.
Yeah.
Oh, you tease us. You tease us.
We've only been waiting 3 months. We'll wait a little longer.
You can't berate the station manager live on air.
It'll be all right.
It was a technical difficulty over the weekend.
Testicle
difficulty.
Testicle difficulty.
So when's this guy coming in to set up the phone then? We got people clamoring to call in.
Yeah, they're just
Do you know how much crap we started yesterday?
Really?
Oh, we've got a lot of hate going on.
Yeah.
And people are just waiting to call in.
That's good.
Yeah. So we need phones so they can call in and I can make them.
What's that?
You got your hair covered today.
Yeah, I do. It's starting to get, it's like 2 weeks into the haircut. It's time to get cut again. My barber actually just opened his own shop.
Look at those headphones he's got. He's got volume controls on them.
Yeah, for Bluetooth
spiffy.
though, but not for regular consumption.
Those are action headphones, man.
He's ready. He came prepared. He's not.
Yeah, they
he's
don't
not
work.
messing around anymore.
If I have Bluetooth, these actually don't get
he's
that
on
loud.
it.
Bluetooth. To be honest, I'm just they don't get that.
Fitting them tight. Look how tight they
Oh,
are.
they are going over. You know,
He's got a big
hat.
head.
Yeah, I do have a big head.
His head is oblong. Shaped.
Enormous head.
Enormous head.
Uh-oh.
The assless chaps just fell out right on the floor.
These are for a special occasion.
I bet they are.
Oh. No, John's not here.
He's got to find a way to make more money now that COVID's hit.
Something coming soon.
Oh, I bet something will.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
That was great. That was great. Great times.
Yeah.
Well, everyone has put a face to who we blame.
Yeah.
Everyone
so,
can put a face to it.
If you hate our show, that's who you complain to.
Yeah. Complain to him.
If you love it.
Actually, do you want to? There's actually you can go on WMVU.
WMVU.org.
And there's actually a voice message thing you can
leave
set
voice
up.
messages for the show, and we'll probably never play them on air
or hear them.
It's just too much work.
Let's be real.
Yeah, we'll never.
But you go ahead and you can leave some voice messages about how you feel, and we may or may not
Someone
hear them.
will tell us about it.
So go there. I don't know what the exact way to get into that is. Just WMVU.
There's a big thing on the front page. It says, "Click here to leave a message."
Oh, okay.
And you'd be like, "Your show sucks, and I hate you." And I would complain more, but I got a protest to go join with 2 other people. This is King Vagina signing off. Did you see this? That some Northeast Ohio businesses are charging a COVID-19 tax related expenses.
I know that at one point there was a lot of shops, barber shops, salons that were
haircut, dentists or some dentists are charging it.
Well, they have the extra overhead. I get it, but like that's not a good time to be charging people extra for services.
Well, here's the thing. Okay,
but they got to make
even before COVID, you should have been doing all this cleaning and sanitizing anyways. So it shouldn't cost you much more. I mean, you should have been.
Yes and no. Yeah, when you go to get a
barber
haircut.
shop. Especially a barber shop.
Barber shops are usually pretty clean, but they have to. I mean, there is extra stuff like they don't scrub seats and make sure the seats. I mean, they sweep and they clean up and they.
But I mean, you really
sanitize the stuff.
Yeah, you shouldn't be using that much more cleaning supplies. They have to charge a fee for it.
Well, whatever. People maybe took advantage of it. They said, "Hey, look, I know you have your quarantine cut, and I'm sure you want to get your hair cut. It's going to cost you a little bit more."
Yeah. Dentists are doing it too, which I guess the dentist thing I kind of get because insurance pays that anyways for most people. So because dentist is crazy because dentist is like with dent, like if you have a really bad tooth, it's something you really need to get out. And dentists are like the only medical place, so you can't get no help if you don't have money or insurance. Like if you go to the dentist with no insurance, they're not even going to look at you.
Yeah,
they're going to do anything to help you, no matter how much pain you're in. You have to go to the hospital for that. I've gone to the hospital a couple times.
Have you?
When I was having tooth pain.
Yeah, they can.
Because when it happens on a Saturday
they're not
night,
going to do anything for you.
No,
they're just going to give you some pain meds
to last you until Monday.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like if you know, it's just if it's a Friday night, you're not going to find a dentist for 3 days.
No.
And even when you can get a hold of one, it's very unlikely that you're going to get in right away.
Unless it's Dane Cook, but we're not going to start talking about Dane Cook. You're like, oh my God, Dane Cook.
Can we at least talk about someone that's funny?
Well, no, it's just that in one of the movies he did, Good Luck Chuck, he was a dentist and he did emergency calls.
Okay. Most dentists don't do that.
Yeah. That's why I said, unless you're Dane Cook.
Yeah.
But I guess everything I say is stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what do you think about the vaccine?
Corey's going to get one first, just so we know it works.
I'm the first one at the MVU station.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the lady who was 90 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to make a joke, but
wait for her.
People be like, Grandma.
Yeah. Well, the first guy in England took it today.
It was a lady.
Well, the first person to take it was a lady.
Yeah.
She was 90 years old.
William Shakespeare took it.
Yeah,
was the first man.
Maybe not the shot, but she probably did afterwards. She felt so great.
I'm cured.
Yes, I feel
don't gotta
great.
worry about me. It's like the
It's
modern
time
day
for anal.
STD.
Yeah.
I hope nobody falls dead over that. There's been some speculations.
I don't know. William Shakespeare took one today.
Like I said, it's best to test it on old people because have you ever seen an old zombie? They turn into a zombie. Like old people, they're hard. They're not going to walk as fast or run. I guess they don't have any motor skills, motor control. So I guess the virus could take over.
Well, I know once we start getting it here in Ohio, my husband will be one of the first people to get it because he works in
better stay away.
Yeah, because he works in our assisted living facility. So he's medical. Yeah, that's an awesome sticker. Looks great. We got it in the corner of our screen too.
We had Cam on the show and he gave us those stickers and I stuck it inside of my phone case and then I took a shower and I sometimes stick my phone in case I need to change the song
masturbate
or whatever,
watching porn,
whatever. You leave it up to your imagination.
Yeah.
So I took it out and I left it on my toilet, like the top of my toilet, like the cover. And every time I take a leak, I just stare at Cam.
You just stare at Cam. I put it on our megaphone over here.
I don't have any cool apparel.
I support Planned Mullet Hood. We need some shirts made.
Yeah.
Some flyers.
You guys got some classic stickers.
Telephone.
Great stickers.
Yeah, I love these stickers. I gotta get some. I gotta order some more.
Yeah, why don't we just make a
business account?
Some wallpapers for everyone to put on their phones.
Yeah,
they're like, what the hell? Who's this?
Yeah. Tell Warner we need a business credit card to order stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Order stickers, T-shirts, a phone,
strippers.
Throw me under the bus.
Yeah. We can order McDonald's.
Who approved this?
Have a company party.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza pie. It's Christmas. When's a company Christmas party?
Ooh, yeah.
We can have it right out there. And the
Hennessy is here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Hennessy Bender.
Are you trying to get people to drink you
Let
or
me see
something?
that.
Or what's going on there?
Maybe.
John Picard, wherever you're at, if you're actually watching, I doubt he is. But if
Who's
he
John
is,
Picard?
John Picard, he's my liquor rep.
Your liquor rep.
I like how you're just like, I doubt he is. Who watches this crap?
No, not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
Who watches this crap?
Not like that. He's busy at this time of day. So
This time of day or this time of year?
this time of day and year, he's
Mm.
always busy.
The coffee place up there. I'm
Did you
sure
tell
is
him
busy.
do not get high on your own supply?
I did.
Okay, good. Good.
He used to work for Patron.
Oh, Patron.
Yes, Patron.
We got in the building here where we have our studios. There's actually what do? They distribute coffee, or is it a coffee shop?
They're the main office.
Yeah.
I don't say where that's at. But,
No, yeah,
but
they're not paying us, but they seem like they're kind of busy.
They're well. They
But
are. They're
can we go in there during the day and get a cup of coffee?
No.
Do they have
That's
a
their corporate office.
Yeah, it's just like
okay.
it's not a coffee
That makes sense.
shop.
Well, I looked to the side and I saw an
But I would
espresso
be glad
machine.
to get the bender started by getting you a cup and make it a hot toddy.
Hot toddy. That has hot toddy doesn't have coffee in it, does it?
Not yours. Yours is
It's all liquor.
What I used to hear about that when you're
About the
sick,
bender.
right? Isn't that a thing? People are like, when you're sick, you do a hot toddy, which was I don't remember what was in it. What's in a hot toddy?
Liquor.
It's liquor, yeah, but isn't there? It's like liquor and
That's all
something
you need
else.
to know is liquor.
Oh,
Liquor.
Hey, if Bill Cosby is the one to give it to you, it's liquor and a pill.
yeah,
But Jello pudding,
Jello pudding.
Jello pudding,
love
where
my
it
Jell-O
don't
pudding.
belong.
So these people are gonna be chomping at the bit, waiting to get the phone line.
Oh yeah,
they are.
They're waiting.
They're waiting. They said, I
blew
can't
up,
wait.
Yeah, look, they blew up our
Oh, look
thing
at this,
today.
Look at this, look at
You
this,
guys
look
suck.
At this, look at this.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's
Christopher
back.
Cummings.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Christopher Cummings.
He does not like us.
He's for say he
But
doesn't like us.
Is he harassing
I
you?
just want to know.
Yes, I don't know who he
I
is.
need to send him a cease and desist
He,
letter.
he looks like a fake.
Okay,
He
yeah.
looks like a fake profile.
Yeah, I think Darv's here.
Well, here's what happened is we upset a guy named King Vagina here in Akron.
That's his real name.
That's what he goes by. Well, King V. I'm just assuming the V stands for vagina. So we upset him yesterday because
You guys suck.
So yeah,
Wow, 277 followers. Is he dissing you guys?
yeah, he's trying to.
Yeah.
All right.
When your last name's Cummins, I don't think you can really talk much
I
smack.
gotta double check. He might be a friend of mine.
He may be. I doubt it. You don't look like he has many friends.
Michael is good at.
Oh, they're talking about making people mad. I'm
I like
officially
making these. These are pretty interesting backstage footage.
officially I'm the king of Akron now.
He's self-proclaimed. Sorry, I
Not
thought it called
self-proclaimed. I took a vote.
Where did you take a
I took a vote with my closest friends and family.
Okay, I wasn't a part of this vote.
There, we were talking about unemployment. She said CBS is always hiring.
And look at this kind of looks freaky right here.
Yeah, he's back.
Back.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
He wanted us to pay him attention, but we ignored it. But yeah, I've
we must have something interesting going on because if you came on and your main sole purpose was to say, "Hey, you suck," and jump off, but you came back,
right?
But
And look, you guys got him engaged. That's great.
yeah,
yeah.
The
Yeah.
people that don't like you, the better.
Yeah. And that's why we can't wait for these phones so people can call them like, hey, we hate you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
And
well,
the great
thank
thing
you.
about it, there's no dump button.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because
Just hang up on them.
It's going to be unedited.
unedited. Well,
Well, you could probably click them for a while.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, once they go over the air,
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah. What can you do?
What can you do? You just click them off and act like it didn't happen. Play dumb.
I'm back.
I don't know what happened. So, yeah.
Well, maybe after he gets his COVID shot, he'll feel better.
Maybe that's what
a lot of
maybe he
people
has
are ornery.
COVID.
They're ornery.
Ornery. Maybe he has COVID and he just don't want to.
Is that an old head phrase, ornery? 'Cause I don't
Ornery.
hear a lot of people say it. Like I grew up on dogs being ornery.
Get
Get them all riled up. He's being ornery. My grandma would say, "Oh, quit being ornery. You need to go take a nap."
Just dry
But, like,
turkey's ornery.
I don't hear ornery being a term that people use now.
No.
Is that like a Southern thing?
No, I think you're right. I think it is.
It could
That
be.
sounds kind of Southerny.
It does. Ornery.
Someone verify that?
Can someone verify?
Can someone verify ornery as like maybe a Southern thing or old school?
This is 2019.
It's 2019. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
So we got to start 2020 all over
We got
again.
to do the proper word. We got to fact check that.
Fact check.
Fact check.
Do we have
Snopes,
fact
where
checkers?
are you,
Like,
Snopes?
Where's
somebody fact
Snopes?
checkers out there? You guys any fact checkers that wanna-
We gotta if we get a little bit more of a budget because we're very low budget here.
Yeah.
Christopher Cummings can fact check.
We're trying to get a phone. That's the first order of business.
Yeah. We get the phone
and
first.
then we can get a
Phone
fact
is
checker.
here. The phone, there is a phone number.
I know.
Mm.
We're just waiting for the phone to be.
Yeah, we could just tell people the
When's
phone
he
number
coming
and they'll
in?
call in and they'd be like, "Oh, their line must be so busy."
This one little item that needs to be-
What item is it?
A check.
Christopher Cummings to talk to him about.
Yeah, call Christopher. Maybe Cummins
You know what?
can
I should
come
not
do it.
No, we're promoting you guys. I want to keep promoting.
Is he? Oh yeah.
But
So
he might have some friends. You know, birds of a feather flock together.
yeah, that is true. Well, I'm sure he's. I think he's one of the friends of King Vagina. He's one of his
So
minions.
King Vagina there.
No, he's too afraid to comment. He's too scared to comment. He already got tore up once.
Yeah, tore up from the floor up.
Yeah. So he tried to. His thing was he tried to make a post mocking us about how many followers he had, but they're all people like he paid for followers,
But
and you could
know
tell by
what?
looking at his page because his posts never have any likes. His videos don't have any views. Like it's easy to get followers, but if they're not interacting, what does it matter?
And organic.
They're not.
You know
Yeah,
what's-
they're not paying attention. All our followers are organic.
And the
So-
thing is, you know, I'm gonna be all serious. You gotta fucking start somewhere. And so
Oh,
now
talking
next
about-
year or the year after or 2 months from now, you don't know where you'll be.
Yeah.
So
I'll probably be in a grave.
I'll be on Sirius taking over for Howard Stern, making that
you
150
never know. I've seen
million a
lot
year.
of people go places, and it's like, wow.
You've been reading too much Dr. Seuss. Don't be filling our heads with good
Hey, you know
visions
what?
of
You
success.
always think big. You never know. If you don't get big, you get damn close.
Well, you just see Howard Stern just re-signed with Sirius for
How-
5 years, 150 million a year.
I thought it was 100 and he said 150 a year.
Let me take these out. But remember when he started, they were just ripping him a new one every.
Oh yeah,
They
Yeah.
just-
he said he's the worst DJ ever because he wasn't conventional.
I like
Well, we could say that about you.
outside
Yeah,
the
I'm
box
not
is good.
conventional at all.
Outside the box is good.
Oh, it's 120 million a year. He's
Yeah,
making.
so 120
I
million
was
a
off
year,
by
so
30
600
million.
mil over the next 5 years.
That's
If my math
crazy.
is correct.
That's crazy.
But that's his entire budget, right?
It just says that.
So who's getting over on making these face masks? You know, the 15, bucks, 30 bucks.
You know what? I
What's
was.
the most expensive face
That's
mask
that's
you
the thing. The only people making money right now are people making hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, and face
And
masks.
people making face masks. We need to get into that. We need to get
Yeah.
into the face mask
Turn the
business.
studio
Yeah,
into
well,
a
I saw
face
last
mask
night
place.
about it.
We need to have a boycott, long ride home, and sell face masks because we're eventually going to have more haters than we have fans. But
Yeah.
all people paying attention are fans.
I just saw we were watching a video about the Mall of America last night, and I saw where they actually just opened a mass store in the Mall of America. But like, how smart is it to open a mass business? Like right now, you're going to make good money, but once this pandemic's over, no one's buying masks
Yeah.
anymore. So I mean, it's a good business model for now. But what do you do then?
That's
what,
like-
what do you
yeah,
do after that?
I get it. Like all
It's
these,
a temporary business. It's all it's gonna be.
yeah. Well, maybe they can make so much money now they could live off of it for a while
Yeah.
until the next pandemic and
Yeah,
in the next
That could be
100 years.
soon.
That
Yeah.
could be.
could be before that.
Yeah.
But
You know,
it
people will be breaking out. Hey man, remember this? Remember when we had the pandemic?
yeah.
And they'll be breaking out these old boxes of masks.
Yeah.
Here's my OG mask from back then.
But I'm excited.
How-
I don't want anybody to die, but I'm excited about this because come 2021, 22, can you imagine the parties that people are going to be throwing?
Oh yeah.
I
But dude,
survived COVID.
Australia's already having parties because Australia's been COVID free for 8 months.
Really?
They've started having concerts and parties and everything else there because they took it serious. Like the people in Australia, are like, yeah, we do need. Okay, we'll lock down for 6 weeks.
8 months, huh?
Yeah, now they've been 8 months COVID. If you go into Australia, you got to isolate.
Did you fact check that?
Yeah, I did. If you go into Australia, you got to quarantine for 14 days, and they put you in a hotel for 14 days, and they pay for it.
If I can go in the hotel with my pink chat girls, good.
Well, you got to quarantine. So I don't know if
That's
they'll let you
fine with
quarantine
him.
Together, I don't know if they'll let you together.
Hey,
though.
baby, don't go nowhere. We got to stay in here. We got to stay indoors.
It's like family. They came with me. The PCG coming soon.
That's a weird family
Oh,
if you
okay.
guys are doing that.
I'll bring them in. You'll get a chance
But yeah, Australia, 8 months COVID free. They're having concerts because the people in America are so stubborn and just they feel like everything is being done to taking away my rights. It's like if you would just stay home for 6 weeks, we can get this stuff behind us. Oh yeah, well you know it's 5G. It's 5G that's causing COVID.
I don't know, it's George Soros.
Oh yeah, well him too, but 5G, George, it's all you know. It was over after the election, anyways. Because after the election,
I'm
was
sick
over,
of you saying that. It's the runoff election.
It is. We still got one more election to go next month.
That might be even bigger than.
Oh yeah,
the presidential
that controls
election.
the Senate. But it's actually time for us to wrap things up here. Yeah, it's time for us to wrap it up. So we will be back tomorrow at 4:00 right here on WMVU. WMVU and Facebook Live. Well, I'd have to, if I was, never mind. I was going to say if I was Sage, I'd have to be laughing at my own jokes.
Yeah, Sage loves to laugh.
I love Sage. Sage is awesome. But we will be back tomorrow with more of your long ride home. Remember, if you see that picture of Jesus on Facebook, share it or you will go to hell. Say goodbye, Corey.
Bye-bye.
So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about.
Well, there's gonna be a freaker's ball.